you know, perhaps I'm cheating a little bit. Perhaps this is not everybody's side. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Oh, this really would be the... Oh. Oh, John. John, that would be very... Well...
Go ahead, Randy. You were on it. You found it. You went eureka, and now you have.
See, if any knowledgeable musician saw this, which would be a terrible, terrible shame, if that happened, then they'd.
Well, Randy, you're the only knowledgeable musician I run with, buddy.
Well,
that's true.
But this well, I can give you some background. First of all, I haven't played this for a long time, and this has many difficulties. So I have to punt as usual a little bit. It's terrible to punt on a masterpiece, but it's.
Hey, listen. We take life in snippets, so.
Well, yeah, and it's better that the masterpiece has some chance, you know. And you heard a little bit out on the bad piano ear old plays. I played this once. And this was Cousin Al, etc. This is one of my first things. And then I got to say, and then this is the first movement, and then the second movement is one of the 10 greatest slow movements ever written by mankind anywhere, which is
so. Which movement has this snippet of music that you are characterizing for purposes of this exercise as the most beautiful?
I would say my original thought was the first movement, which you've heard, which is.
Would you like to play them both? Would you like to play them both?
I could
start with the first then.
I could start, but John, I might get exasperated because this really is kind of a.
You are at liberty to be exasperated.
But you know, the point is you should kind of learn to like these, I think, because believe me, this is great stuff, you know. And this is very, very tough, certainly for me. In fact, I'll tell you the background. There was a great musician, great pianist of the 20th century named Arthur Schnabel, and he had very, very high standards, high Germanic standards, and he refined his repertoire. So finally, he made his ultimate reputation and played nothing but 3 composers, you know, and specialized in music that, as he put it, was impossible to play as it should be played, you know, that was greater than could be performed, so that the frustration I mentioned before would be exaggerated. And the 3 composers he had in mind for that were, for the piano, Beethoven, Mozart, and Schubert. This be Schubert.
Schubert. Yeah, I know it's a Schubert.
Okay, but the second movement you've never heard, and I don't know, and it is purely beautiful. Well, I mean, but it's very hard to play those things, and you know what you're going to do, you know. So anyhow, this. Yeah, 1828. This is one of the last, he wrote like about 6 gigantic things in the last 2 months of his life. Roughly, he was dying of syphilis. It's just totally concentrated.